welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Sierra or C, and today we are diving into my final book journal flip through of 2025. I can't wait to show you guys all the books I've been reading, some of my favorite spreads, and other little fun things that I've added throughout the year. So grab a cozy drink, get your blanket, whatever, get all warmed up, and let's go through my current bookish journey together. Here is my chunky final journal of 2025. It is one of those cheap ones I get from Artist Loft from Michaels. It is the last one of those ones I'm using. They're usually like $12 on sale, but I like my thicker paper ones. They end up holding a lot better. So I'm doing Archer and Olive and Notebook Therapy for next year, and probably after that, if I end up journaling, continuing on, which I probably will. So let's just quickly go through all of my cute little spreads here. I didn't really take the time to pause during any of them, except for ones that really stood out to me, because honestly, sometimes my journal looks the same no matter what. It is really just about the words that I write in there for the reviews that help me later on if I want to reflect on what book it is, and I'm like, oh, I think you should read this book, and they're like, why? I have all my reasons for why I like that book in my review. So I will just be quickly going through here, seeing what I did throughout the year. I tried to keep to the same like browns and pinks theme that I've been doing recently with my other journals, and I think I mostly stuck to that, except at the end when I started getting a little tired of limiting myself to those colors. So you will see a bit of change up later on, but I am kind of moving away from sticking to just one theme. I do think the majority of my future journals will still be browns and pinks and like those pretty neutrals, but I will be trying to add a little bit more every now and then that just fits the vibes of the book that I'm reading. Another big change I want to make in the new year is just using my stamps more often. I have so many stamps, guys, like literally just more than I should have for the occurrences that I actually use my stamps, and they're so pretty. So I want to get into the practice of actually utilizing those in my book journal. To me, it's like just a lot of work to clean off my stamps and things like that, so I don't end up using it, even though it genuinely would make my reviews prettier. So I need to get into doing that. This is another fun page I made where I made my Halloween TBR and Halloween Recs. So I'm glad I made space in my new journals for 2026 to make fun themed pages like that in the new year. In October, I was reading a lot of like horror books or mysteries, just really going with the October vibes, and I feel like my spreads really fit that throughout this. Journaling has been such an integral part of my reading experience nowadays, just because it really makes me take the time to reflect on that book and make sure I'm getting the messages from it and analyzing the writing of it and things like that, because I am a writer and I want to be an editor. It just really helps me to focus in on those themes, all the different ways that they get their voice across, etc., etc., just so that I'm not just breezing through books without really gaining anything from it. I've been switching up my methods for my reviews here. Some of these are 2-page reviews, some of these are 1-page reviews, etc., etc. But I'm kind of trying to hone in on what it is I do want to be analyzing and writing about my reviews. I'm hoping I can get more centered in figuring out how I want to do this in 2026, but I think my methods have been working. I just need to find easy templates I can use every single time I want to make such review. We're getting near the end here, so we're going to see a couple of my wrap-up pages, my journal reflections, etc. in a minute. But I feel like I've really, like, these end pages are just so pretty. I'm really proud of my journaling in there. Don't read all the reviews. Some of them, I mean, they're personal, and also just not always the most positive, and that makes me feel embarrassed. But just don't think about it too much. Anyways, yeah. I made a fun little page for my gifts I received that were bookish. That one was really cute, and I thought that was fun because I used wrapping paper and tissue paper that I got from Christmas. And then you see a couple more reviews, and then my journal reflections. This is where I started mapping out some reviews, and then my like end results or statistics. And that is my 2025, well, my final 2025 reading journal. And that is a wrap on my 2025 reading journals. If you didn't see my previous 2 flip throughs, they are over on my channel for my 2025 reading journals. This is journal 3 for the year, and I feel like my reading journey has really shaped up throughout the year. I've really gotten a hang on how I like to journal. Of course, though, there are still tweaks I like to make each year, but I am really proud of this journal and how it turned out. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing my journals and maybe even got some inspiration from it. Let me know down in the comments what spreads were your favorite, or if you've reached all your 2025 reading goals. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a post from me. Until next time, happy reading and happy journaling, friends!